Tragedy has struck the Ichthyon Forge, and it's terrible, I'm telling you. It's dead. Welcome back to the Ichthyon Forge. Yeah, today's kind of the end of an era. When I first started smithing about 20 years ago, I scavenged an old hearth shovel that we had around the house and used it for my coal shovel for so many years. But as you can see, it's done. I've been nursing this thing along forever. It is what it is, you know. Things happen, things wear out. I wear out, you wear out, all things wear out. So today, I'm going to challenge myself to make a new shovel for the forge. I'd rather make one than go out and buy one. I'm a smith. Why don't I make shovels? They made shovels. Why can't I make shovels? So let's make a shovel. So got a sheet of 16 gauge steel here. I believe that's what I'm going to make this out of. Trying to get a few measurements here. Let me have the old shovel. It's not going to be exactly like the old shovel. Let's do my shovel. Not one that was made in a foreign country somewhere. Alright. So, I need to get something out to draw with first. There we go. So we're going to do about, let's say about 4 inches across. Plus we're going to add an inch here. These are rough. I'm just basically cutting out a square right now. So it'll be 5 inches. And then we're going to add another inch over here. So 6 inches. That's what we need there. And about, let's go 5 inches down. Just come down from this line. Now I want to look at this and see, as I draw it out, if I think that's going to make an adequate shovel for me. I think so, but not in the orientation I initially thought. Maybe this way rather than this way. Anyway, I'm going to cut it out with the angle grinder and we'll see what happens from there. Let's get creative, y'all. Alright, I'm going to clean that up with a file real quick and then we'll get the forge lit. So I'm asking myself, what if I radius my my part that's going to be up toward the handle? So I think that's what I want to do. I'm just going to just come in and give me a little radius here. An inch and a half. Roughly the same. That's not right. I'm sorry, y'all. Something getting in my throat out here. It would help if I could see my tape. Not my tape. My measure. What is this thing, y'all? It's a ruler. Thank you. I'm glad y'all can help me on that. That's more like 1 1/4. So I'm going to run this around to the bench grinder and take care of that. Okay, so a little new to this part, y'all, so let's see what happens. But I'm finally using the swedge block that I got a couple years back from a friend of mine. I think I'm just going to go ahead around to the sides and then we'll continue to work that up. If I'm doing something wrong, put it down in the comments. Say, hey, you know, if you did this, it might work better. I'll be taking that to the anvil to bring it on around, but let's go and get the other side first. I probably had the heat there, but moving the camera over there and everything, it's better to go ahead and do all this right here first. We'll be back and forth between the swedge block and the anvil. Didn't let my fire coat down like I should have, and getting stuff stuck to my blank here. Way. I'm going to do this one again before I go to the anvil. That was kind of sorry, y'all. Okay, we'll try to bring that on around at the anvil. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. I think that... That's a lot of heat right there at my face, y'all. Alright, yeah, I'm starting to like that. We'll come back here and then work our way around. Let your fire coat down next time, Eric. See what I mean about it not cooking down yet? Making a mess. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to work that, come back here where this kink is and work on around. Here, I hope you can see this. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it works. I don't know, we'll see. This thing slips out of these tongs, I've got nowhere for my hand to go, and that's going to get painful. Yeah, we'll just keep going around, figure out what's going on. I think I need to slide you guys that way a little so you can see the horn of the anvil and everything, because I think you're missing out on some of the action here. Okay, so I'm going to finish that out, and then I got something else I need to do here, I believe. Well, for one, this is straightened up some, so I think I need to bring it back more. Anyway, we're going to finish this out first. Then we'll look at it and figure out what to do. Alright, so look at it. You see how nice, well, hold up. Hold up. Scratch that. Alright, start over. If you look at this, you see how nice and defined this edge is, how it, how sharp it is, in a way. That's the only part that is. Everything else is sort of laid down, and that probably happened with the forging and everything, and I'll probably have to go back and forth a little bit. So now I'm just going to start here and work my way back around and do the same thing over again. I think because of the nature of it, it's going to give me trouble. It's going to be an acceptable amount of trouble, of course, but I believe we can do this. Alright, so let's continue around. So I'm kind of going back and correcting as I go here, because as I hammer this out, this section here, this wants to lay down again. And that's what happened when I came around the corner to begin with, and it's going to happen. You got to make it want to do what you want it to do. We're just going to keep going around. And I believe that I could skip back to this side, skip all of this, go back to this side, finish it up, flatten it out. It'll be a functional shovel once I put a handle on it. But let me look at it, because I might do that now that I think about it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to heat this side, fix it, and see how that does this, and we'll go from there. Alright, so like I said, let's see what this does. Yeah, it laid it down. See that? And we made it go back. Beauty of metalworking. It goes somewhere you don't want it to go, you make it go back. Put it where you want it. I'm still undecided about this back. I think I like it the way it is. Okay, this did lay back down a little bit, but if I can do it cold. It'd be easier if it was hot, wouldn't it? I don't know. You know what? I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? So we're going to straighten things. Yeah, I need to bring this edge up a little more. Now, all cockeyed, y'all. So I got to do something about that, and I got an idea. Alright, so it's going to get down right now to a lot of finicky junk, but I'll show you some of it. If it gets too finicky, I'll bring you back in later. But right now, we're going to show you what's next. Alright, so take this piece over the heel of the anvil here. It doesn't fit. What do you know? Okay, we'll make it fit. I guess I could have been working the thing over here the whole time. You know, hold up. This one is much sharper than this on the back side here. I think I'm going to let it go at this. Get rid of this. I'm going to let it go at this right here. Let me know in the comments what you would have done. Would you have brought it further up? Would you leave it this way? What would you do? Would you split it and have tabs and rivet everything together? I thought of that, but this was the way I went with this. If you're interested in my thought processes on all of this, on approaching this whole project, please stay tuned at the end. That's some of that finicky stuff I was talking about. I brought back out. It's not exactly even, but it's okay. It's going to work for me. Now I got to figure out a handle. Get that out. On the one hand, I can make it look really good and really nice, extravagant, and all that stuff. On the other hand, it's forge shovel. It's going to be used here in my forge. Then back on the one hand, as a smith, don't I want to show off my skill? Don't I want to have nice tools to use? So let me think a minute. I kind of got in mind what I'm going to do for the handle, but let me think for a minute and see if that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I got this piece of half-inch square stock, and I think I want about 18 inches of it. I may look around and see if I have a piece already cut that short. But anyway, if not, this is the piece. But yeah, I'm going to forge it. I'm going to draw it out some, taper it down from the handle to the end on the power hammer, and I want about 4 inches from my handle. I need about 2 inches from my nub down here. That's going to my tab that's going to attach the shovel blade to the handle. So anyway, best thing I can do, I guess, is to lay it out here on the anvil what I want, and then take it to the power hammer and draw it down some and figure out the 18 inches. The 18 inches is not going to count the tab, but figure out what I need to get out my 18 inches, if I can speak. Plenty. My forge is in the way, y'all. Grab me a little more heat, flatten it out first. We're just going to continue to thin that and draw it out some. I think that's enough. Let's see here. Oh, gotta pull my tongs before I put them up. Yeah, I'll come back to this and get it down to, or get it to the shape that I need to fit that, to fit the shovel pan. But yeah, I'm gonna start drawing it down on the power hammer now. If you don't like a power hammer, I'm sorry. You can do it by hand. You're more than welcome to do it by hand. I did it by hand for a long time. If you get the chance to get a press or a power hammer, you'll do it. I hope you will. It ended up being a little longer than 18 inches, and I'm good with that. What I need here is about 4 inches for the handle. And what else do I want? What do I want, y'all? Let's say ½ inch. That's going to be more material than I need, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to punch that spot, and then this spot is going to be drawn out into a hook on the anvil. So you don't have to watch me do a power hammer again. But I'm going to cut it with the angle grinder off camera. We're not going to do that over the heel. It's going to ring way too much. Let's hit the steel and not the anvil. Back to the heat. There's plenty to make the hook, I believe, but it's still awfully fat, so we're going to keep drawing it out. If I have excess, I'll cut it off. Alright, I believe I'm going to start tapering that out. Tapering it out as opposed to drawing it out and squaring it up. Wrong way. The beauty of bending something 90 that you want to come back around like for a loop is that it automatically starts to loop for you. Haha. Use it to your advantage. Let's take a look. Let's go this way. There, maybe you can see it. You know what? I don't like that one bit. All right, we'll do it differently. It kinked on me. Could leave that open, honestly. Don't want to do that. You know what? I might do that. Just leave that open. Yeah, let's do that. So I made the command decision to just put a simple twist in it. Ah, that's hot. And it's hot against my face. We'll go counterclockwise. What this needs to be facing me. Yeah, like so. I like it. What do you think? Put in the comments what you think. I'm really pushing for comments, y'all. If you hadn't figured that out. But yeah, I'm going to take a rawhide mallet to it and see if I can make it purdy a little bit. And that's going to be it for the handle. So, I don't remember if I said this yesterday or not, but I don't like this. This piece here that is the tab to hold the shovel, it's just not big enough for a 1/4 inch rivet, like I was going to put in there. So I'm going to straighten this back out. I slept on it, thought about it. I'm going to straighten it back out and broaden it up a little bit. It'll thin it out a little, which might be, well actually, it'll be okay to thin it out a little. But I'm using the gas forge. I'm sorry it's a little noisier today. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to connect the pan to the handle. I think I'll be happier with that. I am going to do one more heat because this area is thicker. I'm going to try to thin it down specifically. This might be a joke because I don't really know how well this is going to go. Heating it up, no problem. Actually riveting it, getting it on a solid surface and riveting it, that might be a problem. Let's see. You know what? Alright, that could be tightened up a whole lot. So, I mean, it sort of worked, so let's try that again. Hey. Trying to burn my eyebrows off over here. Left some unsightly marks in there, but you know, I think what I'll go ahead and do is drill for this one, rivet it, and then I can come back and tighten up the other rivet. Let's see if I can do this without setting me on fire. I'm doing this left-handed, y'all. I'm right-handed. Time to learn something, huh? Of course, that's all this project's been about, is learning, and I'll explain more at the end. What are we doing here? Alright, give me a minute. I'll get right back with you. Let's see if I got it right. I don't know if I do or not. We're having difficulties, y'all. I'm sorry, it's going to be a little off camera, but I'm just trying to get everything set as far as how the handle fits to the blade, pan, however we call this. Oh, this is first off. All right, it's secure, but again, I think I can go back and tighten things up a little bit. I'm going to heat this one up and come back and we'll come here so you can see it. I'll drive it down some, and then we'll work on the back, on probably the inside of this one. We shall see. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. This, before I show you the shovel, I'm actually not done with it. This project, which should have taken a couple of hours, it's taken about 3 days because of just a series of happenings. Yesterday, which was the last video, the last segment of this video, I decided that I was going to hit the shovel with my angle grinder, knock off any scale, any excess of scale, and all that, and then I was going to coat it with some boiled linseed oil. Well, so I tell my grinder, I've got a new wire wheel for you, and it's time to go to work. Grinder said, nah. I said, what do you mean, nah? I said, it's time to go to work, and I ain't feeling it. I said, no, you need to go to work. I said, no, we're not doing that. I said, come on now, let's go to work. All right, I'm telling you. So I said, well, we're going to do some work. So I stuck the wire wheel in the pan of the shovel, and it came at me. It came at me biting and scratching and swinging. I ended up getting punched in the stomach and with a nasty abrasion and a torn shirt. Moral of the story, don't pick fights with angle grinders. So I am wearing a baggier shirt today, and there's a bandage on my belly. No, I'm not showing it off. Channels get, or sites get picky about those sorts of things, and y'all don't want to see my hairy belly anyway. But yeah, anyway, be careful with your tools, y'all. My phone thinks it's funny. But be careful with your tools. Angle grinders are just waiting to bite you and hurt you. So anyway, I'm going to finish up the shovel now. I hope. Maybe I won't do anything else stupid. Let's get to it. So there it is, all done. There are things about it I don't care for. The pan is a little crooked from the handle. I've drilled one of the holes a little off center. Really got to, if I'm going to do more of these, and regardless, I'm going to do more riveting anyway, I need to come up with a better way to set rivets in places like this. There's there's a lot to be done, but you know what? I'm also very happy with it for various reasons. We're going to set this down for a minute. Verbal pauses. There's a reason I'm doing projects like this and the coat rack and things like this, because there are skills that I should have as a blacksmith. I have riveted things before. In the coat rack video I said I've never riveted anything. That's not true. On my ugly hammer tongs video, I riveted those tongs. I've riveted some other tongs, and I'm not very good at tong making. That's going to change. But there's a lot of change that has to happen here in the forge. And this is one of them. And riveting has been intimidating to me, and that's sad to say, because you're putting two parts together that are supposed to stay together, and in some cases, like the tongs, those parts not only have to stay together, they have to move. You got to get your holes right, you got to get your rivets right, you got to do all of this right. But do you want to grow in your craft? Do you want to expand your knowledge? Do you want to get better? And I can say yes, but if I don't try these things, that's actually saying no, is it not? So anyway, I'm doing this to challenge myself, to grow as a smith, and I want to take you along for the journey if you're willing to come. More projects, more riveting is going to be necessary. Let's see what else I can get into. But this has been enjoyable, other than stupidity that was my own fault. Honestly, the angle grinder never should have gotten me. I should have respected it. I should have paid attention to where I was sticking that spinning wheel. I don't like wire wheels. They throw wires at your face and everything else. I like to wear a face shield when as well as my safety glasses when I'm using one. I've had steel dug out of my eyes before. It's not fun. It wasn't from an angle grinder, but it was from a die grinder. But still, it gets around your safety. And I was wearing safety glasses when that happened, by the way. But so there was some, lack of better term, stupidity that went on. But this could have been a couple of hour project with my power hammer and everything. And you can buy the stock that you need, draw it down however much you want. It doesn't have to be what I did. You can do it by hand, whatever you need to do. I could have done this by hand. It would have taken a lot longer. But the power hammer is a force multiplier. I don't have apprentices running around my shop. I have a force multiplier sitting there in the form of a power hammer. But anyway, this has been a lot of fun and a learning experience, despite the self-imposed challenges. So anyway, I think I'll give you a shot or two of it at work, because I got another project I got to finish up, and it's just scooping coal. You get to see me scoop coal. Yay! So anyway, I'm going to let you go, and I appreciate you coming along. If you stayed on for this long, comment shovel if you stayed on for this long. So anyway, I appreciate you coming along, and if you found any value in this video, please drop a like down there where you drop likes, and comment, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, or follow. It costs you nothing to do that, aside from occasionally seeing an annoying video by that annoying guy at the Ichthyon Forge pop up on your feed. But please follow, and come and learn with me. Come and watch me learn. Come and laugh at me. Come and give suggestions. And by the way, if you have suggestions for what I could have done better, please drop that in the comments. I am wide open to constructive criticism. It's the only way we learn. Besides doing, constructive criticism is an excellent way to learn. So anyway, I'll let you go. We'll catch you next time.